Hello everyone and welcome to WWE Discussion. I'm your host and WWE enthusiast Dougie Doug. In today's episode I'm going to be discussing SmackDown December 22nd, 2023 edition. And this was a pre-taped edition of Friday Night Smackdown, so it featured generally the same cast of characters from last week. It picked up right where last week left off with the return of AJ Styles. We returned to in-ring action, and we also got a preview of what the first SmackDown of 2024 will look like in a couple weeks. And with that, we'll go ahead and get right into the action. Start with the opening segment where basically everybody wanted Roman Reigns, and that everybody was AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and LA Knight. Nick Aldis, the general manager of SmackDown, would come out and announce a triple threat match in 2 weeks to determine who's got next at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, I think the crowd was majorly behind Knight in this one, a testament to the connection he has forged with the fans, and this was a great way to bring the three top contenders for Roman Reigns together to bring stakes to the first episode of SmackDown in 2024. Who's going to win this match? Most likely it's going to be Randy Orton. The way I kind of see this one playing out is Orton will challenge Reigns at Royal Rumble. AJ Styles and LA Knight will go one-on-one at the Royal Rumble as well. AJ Styles has a new... Oh man, I'm not exactly sure what I think. I mean, I kind of like the attitude, but I think it's still very much a work in progress. It's not very well polished. The denim jeans are certainly a look. I wouldn't say it's a great look. I wouldn't say it's a terrible look. I would say, again, it's a look. And truth be told, AJ Styles did not really impress all that much in his match against Solo Sikoa. Match was a bit too one-sided. If you were trying to showcase a new personality for Styles, didn't really showcase much other than Sikoa dominating that match. So I'm not really going to get into a discussion of the main event because it wasn't really that good of a main event. And also it ended in a disqualification, which was just lame. NXT North American Championship match, Dragon Lee versus Butch, and Dragon Lee continued his strong end in 2023, successfully defending his title against Butch. And yet another strong showcase match for the young star. He mounted the comeback and showed his toughness by popping his finger back into place before managing to best the Bruiserweight for the win. Frustration continues to mount for Butch and should result in more character development for him, while Dragon Lee's stock continues to rise. Simple booking that should benefit both competitors in the long run. I saw that backstage, WWE does not want to let go of the whole Brutes versus Pretty Deadly storyline. They want to drag that one out for at least one more match. So at the New Year's Revolution, Butch is going to find himself a partner to take on Pretty Deadly. We know it's not Ridge Holland. It could be Sheamus if he's ready to return from injury, or perhaps it could be one Tyler Bate. I know there's some history between those two guys, so if you want to do something other than what might be the obvious answer, which is Sheamus, Tyler Bate would be a good option. And as for Dragon Lee, I mean, this guy knows how to get over with the crowd. He doesn't have a defined character per se, but he's exciting to watch in the ring, and sometimes that's enough. United States title tournament semifinal, Kevin Owens versus Carmelo Hayes, and with a date in the finals at stake, Kevin Owens would battle Carmelo Hayes in the first of two semifinal round bouts on the show. A good hard-fought match concluded with the more experienced competitor advancing as Owens earned the pinfall victory. There is an argument to be made that Hayes should have won here, but his credibility was not dinged in the slightest by this loss, and if nothing else, he proved that he can hang with one of the more accomplished superstars in the company. Owens and the reigning U.S. champion Logan Paul teased a feud a few weeks back, so the idea that Owens would win here and advance to the finals, not really a surprising one here, nor would it be surprising if he wins the finals as well. Because again, there was, when Logan Paul announced this tournament, Kevin Owens was the first person to interrupt him, so and it was already announced the winner would face Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble, so expect to see Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship. And as for the other semifinal belt match, Santos Escobar versus Bobby Lashley. So I guess Escobar has new allies in Carrillo and Garza, so SmackDown has yet another trio, and SmackDown is getting quite trio heavy. Be interesting to see how they balance all those trios out as well, because you got Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I think the LWO still exists. It's just Carlito. The LWO still exists. Mysterio, Carlito, Wild, Cruz, the Bloodline with Reigns, Uso, and Solo. And Karrion Kross looks like he's got his own trio that he's going to be bringing in. Looks like the Authors of Pain. So yeah, a lot of trios on SmackDown right now. Again, curious to see how that all balances out, good or bad. But Escobar versus Lashley was an underwhelming match. Two very talented competitors, but it seemed like the WWE was more interested in just getting to the finish of the match than it was on like having an actual good match. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't really good either. It could have been good, but it kind of just rounded out to average. So won't really get too much more into that one. But it's going to be Owens versus Escobar. And winner goes on to the Royal Rumble. The challenger is Logan Paul for the U.S. title. So in conclusion, the test of any holiday themed show was whether anything of note actually happened to make it worth watching. In this case, the answer was yes. Not only was the card for New Year's Revolution in 2 weeks on SmackDown announced, I believe they covered every match on that card. But the main event of the blockbuster episode will see Orton, Styles, and Knight battle for the right to challenge Reigns at the Royal Rumble. There is also the semi-final rounds of the U.S. title tournament, the returns of Isla Dawn, Alba Fire, Roberto Carrillo, and Angel Garza, along with another ominous warning from Karrion Kross with a possible reference to the Authors of Pain. You saw the two figures standing next to him that look exactly like the Authors of Pain. So things of note happened on this show. This was a meaningful broadcast that set up an even bigger show in 2 weeks. I know Monday Night Raw is doing the best of 2023 on Monday, and then Raw resumes with day 1 in 2024. I'm curious to see what next Friday's SmackDown looks like, because there's still one more Friday left in December the 29th. What does that episode of SmackDown look like? I haven't heard anything, so I guess we shall see what that's all about. And with that will conclude this episode of the WWE discussion. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below.